food disposal under the sink in the separated garage. Got the granny flat. That disposal's not running. Turn it on, and it moves. The AC unit in the granny flat, better known actually on the door as the man cave, does not have a safety pan. And the light, fluorescent light in the closet in the man cave is loose on the ceiling. All outlets in garages should be GFCI. This one's not. That goes for the other garage. Well, we've got one compressor running. See if we can get... Okay. Both compressors running. I've been running the pool equipment now for about an hour. You see here, we've got quite a major leak. A lot of water coming out here. Now, bad news about these pool heaters are that they only really last about 10-12 years. And this one has got a lot of rust here. There's damage to one of the control wires or a sensor. I'm not quite sure what it is. But because of this damage, I will not turn the heater on. It's too much of a risk. Also, as these age, the heat exchanger can start to leak between the heating side and the flue side, and that gives all sorts of problems, not least of which can be the production of carbon monoxide in very large quantities. So I recommend that you get a price for a new water heater. You may be able to renovate it, but to be frank with you, most insurance companies, when these are damaged and they're covered, write them off when they're over 10 years old. This compressor has something catching the fan blade. Probably a wire, but that needs to be looked at. Electric water heater, it's in the garage. Looks like it had a timer on it once before. We've got incorrect wiring here. You see a wire nut, exposed cables, incorrect use of an extension cable. This is a circulating pump, so it's not set up properly. There's a lot of corrosion on the pipes. Temperature pressure relief valve is operating. It's a 6-year warranty. 50-gallon tank. And it's starting to tell me the actual age. There's probably a code on here I could work out if I knew how to work the code out. Water pressure is measuring 110 pounds, just under. That's way too high, shouldn't be above 80. Window with steel lintel. All windows with steel lintels should have weep holes over them. With bushes, they're going too close to the walls. Allows insects and vermin to get onto your walls. You don't want that, you want to cut them back. Also, the bushes themselves, they have roots go under the foundation, and they extract water from beneath the foundation and can cause the foundation to have problems. The shingles that are underneath the siding So you've got the siding here, shingles are underneath it, and somebody's caulked between the siding and the shingles. Seemed like a good idea at the time, but actually it's not a good idea. What should actually be there is an inch gap between the shingles and the siding. The other side of that siding is counter flashing or step flashing, and the step flashing keeps the water out. Now what's going to happen is over time you're going to get deterioration in this board, you know, the siding board, because water's up against it, and the caulking's not going to work because it heats up in the sun, it changes its consistency, becomes hard and brittle, and the roof moves, the wall moves differently, and it cracks, and then you've got a leak. This is a relatively new roof. I can tell it because it has a ridge vents. They're quite new. They've been around for years, but not installed a lot on roofs around here in Texas. Now on the roof here we have a nail pump. It's actually pumped out the wood, and in some time it's going to cut through the shingle, so it needs to be fixed. Now I've zoomed in on it, you can just about see it. Very low resolution video. We've got a nice new roof, but unfortunately we've got a gutter emptying over it. There's one there. One on the other corner here, so we're just going to go in on one, and you could see it. And we're looking at the gambrel roof, and you can see that gutter downpipe. That's going to wear the shingles beneath it. You want to run a gutter pipe down the roof to the gutter below. Better still, you could close that gutter off and just use the one here on the right hand side. It's getting wiped out by the light. Two exterior lights here are missing caulking around the fittings. You want caulking to stop water getting in. If water gets into the fittings, it can get in touch with the conductors, and then it could energise this whole wall, electrocute people. Isolator here, again, it's got electrical conductors in it, and there's missing caulking around here. Again, it can energise the wall if the conductors come in contact with it. More lights that require caulking. Caulk around the electrical box. Same reason, want to keep water away from the conductors. We've got a grounding bar here. It's not been driven far enough into the ground, it should only have about an inch showing at the top. Now you've got a lot of trees and shrubs very close to the foundation. As I mentioned, the other side of the house, these are not good. They can cause water to be distracted from under the foundation, especially these trees here. It's far too tall and being close to the foundation. You want to cut those back and make a nice shrub if you cut them back. Up here we're looking at the dormer window, and the siding is rotten on the right hand side of the dormer. Just zoom in a bit. That's the area where it's rotten. This is the other side of the dormer, and there's been some repair work. It's pretty new. How do I know? Well, there's clues in the ground around here. Look, debris from the repair job. Up here we've got a hole in the soffit and the brickwork. That will allow mice in. It's more than big enough to allow a mouse through. There's no caulking in the windows. You see along here? On the side here, it's going to allow water in. It'll penetrate into the house and cause all sorts of damage over time. Every window should be caulked, and you'll note if you walk around and look where I'm showing you, there are actual gaps in the frames which will lead to water penetration. We have poor functional flow on the faucet to the vanity in the master bathroom. Arc fault detectors are missing from the panels. All panels should have arc fault detectors, modern. Here we've got a cover missing. That needs to be put on. That's in the breakfast nook. Window has fogged window. There's quite a few windows that are fogged. Most of the windows would have gone. Here we've got a plug. It doesn't actually stay open. You've got missing caulking from around these fittings in a wet area. This particular food disposal does not work. There's no safety pan under the air conditioner in the granny fat. This light is fit loose in the granny fat in the closet. There's no GFCI in the detached garage. This control box is coming off the wall in the house, on the house. Water heater that is not working. The reason it's not working is I didn't turn it on because of this rusting here. It's in very poor condition. The filter, however, looks in good condition. We had a good pressure of 20 pounds. This air conditioner has a clicking noise when it turns. These wires are loose and hanging around. They shouldn't be. Should be wired in properly. This is the device it's attached to. And the water heater is a recirculating pump. I wouldn't use it. It would cost a lot of money. This is a picture of record of the board. Again, no arc fault detectors. This is the other board, no arc fault detectors. There's a screw missing from the panel in the garage. The water pressure was 110 pounds per square inch. It's got to be below 80. This is the corking on the swimming pool. It needs to be recorked. There's missing weep holes over the top of all windows. These bushes are up close to the building and they shouldn't be. This is corking on the siding. There's corking on all the siding around the house. It's wrong. This is a pumped nail lifting a shingle. This is a drain pipe emptying over a roof. It's going to wear the roof. Another drain pipe emptying over the roof. These lights haven't got any corking. Can energize the wall, cause an electric shock for somebody. There's an electrical box that's not corked. Other lights that are not corked properly. A grounding bar that's not been driven far enough into the ground. Another electrical box that's not corked. All these trees need to be cut back. You don't want them touching the ground, the walls. This is the dormer, and you can see the rotten wood on the dormer. This is where mice can get in. It's on the right-hand corner of the house, front elevation. You want to get that fixed, otherwise you will get mice in the attic. Corking missing from the windows around the house. These lights have not got corking. Picture of the ground. Camera obviously went off when it shouldn't have done. Corking for these electrical fittings. This should have a bubble cover on it. It's an external outlet. There's a close-up of it. That's an in-use bubble cover. The insulation on the compressors at the left-hand side is wearing. Just a picture of record of the faucet. This is the air, combustion air needs to be corked around it. This is an outlet that needs to have a bubble cover on it. More corking required on the equipment by the spool. There's the corking. This grounding bar needs to be driven right into the ground. This is another picture of the swimming pool heater. The pool and the spa, here it's got the blower working. This is the Polaris, it was working on the day of the inspection. These are the drains in the main pool, in the diving area. Wrong type, there should be anti-entrapment. This is a GFCI, or should be a GFCI, it's not, it's in the kitchen. This is a picture of record, shows the cooker working, the cooktop working. This is the front door with a crack in it caused by the weather. There's the front door. Window has got fog indications of fogging. This light in the closet in the master bedroom is not working. This is a slow faucet in the master bedroom, bathroom, the vanity unit. Broken window at the front elevation. No GFCI in the laundry. More corking required on the fittings in a wet area. Another fogged window on the upper floor. This is the water heater in the garage. This is an abandoned piece of equipment in the garage. Again, the water heater hasn't got a safety pan. The water heater in the garage has corroding fittings.